This time I'll call the Budget Committee meeting to order and ask Angela to please call the roll.
Cole. Here. Hannum.
Here.
Lewis. Here. Mitchell.
Here.
Moon. Here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. I'll now ask to have the emergency announcement read, please.
Before we get started, let me read the emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency evacuation, an alarm will sound. Everyone should exit the building by way of the nearest stairwell in a safe and effective manner. If the nearest stairwell is blocked by smoke, use the other stairwell. Do not use the elevator. Once you've reached the main floor, follow the exit signs to exit the building and quickly proceed away from the building. Please be mindful of others evacuating and of emergency vehicles.
I'll now ask if there's any public input on items on the agenda. Seeing none, you have a copy of the minutes that need approval, and they're in your packet for the December meeting. Do I have a motion? Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a voice vote. All in favor say yes. Yes. Any opposed? Declare the motion passed. Item E, increase, decreases, and transfers. General County E1A, Circuit Court Clerk, $28,470, which is use of the data processing reserve for additional kiosk for fine collection, backup battery costs associated with the training. I have a motion to move it forward. Do I have a second? Any discussion or questions on this? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole. Yes. Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis. Yes. Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item E1B, Schools Capital Fund 189, $43,631.27. This is use of undesignated school capital to purchase and install security doors as well as a new HVAC units. Do I have a motion to send this on to the commission? Motion and a second. Is there any questions or any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask for roll call vote, please.
Cole. Yes. Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item E1C, Schools General Purpose, $10,930, which is going to be use of the fund balance to replace damaged, stolen items at Porter Elementary School. Do I hear a motion to pass this on to the commission? Do I have a second? Any discussions or any questions on this?
Mr. Chairman, if there's any recoveries by court action that go back into this fund?
Troy, would that be up to the courts to decide where if there's any restitution to be paid, whether it comes back into your fund or not? If you'd come on up, Troy.
I'm not exactly sure how that would work, if we're able to get restitution at all, but I don't know if it goes back into Blount County Schools fund balance. I would think so, but I would probably defer that to Mr. Vineyard and yourself, how to handle that.
Mr. Chairman, is the school board pursuing restitution?
I don't know that. I do not personally know that, one way or the other. I will find out, though, and let you know.
Would you like this to say that you would love to see this? Okay. Okay. Is it?
Just more information.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman.
Is there any other discussion or any other questions? I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole. Yes. Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item E1D, this is also schools general purpose, $16,160.35 to amend the Safe Schools grant from the state to include unused funds from fiscal year 14-15. Do I hear a motion to send this to commission?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we send it forward to the commission.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussions or any questions on this?
Mr. Chairman, could Troy let us know what other equipment is? What-
Yes, sir. We'd like to combine that with the earlier motion with capital funds that's used part to finish purchasing and installing the security doors at the schools, so we can do all the schools.
Any other questions or discussion? I'll ask for roll call vote, please.
Cole. Yes. Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item E1E, this is also schools general purpose, $475,000, use of fund balance for some extensive HVAC replacements. Do I have a motion to send this on to commission? Have a motion and a second. Any discussions or questions? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote.
Chairman?
Yes, go ahead.
Just one question on the 475,000 and the 43.6 earlier request. Both those, I think, refer to HVAC. Is that different units at different schools?
Yes, sir. The earlier amount for 43 out of the undesignated capital funds held by the commission would be for one-piece units that are throughout the school system. Mr. Farmer, I asked him today, he's already identified 4 individual units that need to be replaced. This 475 is specifically at Heritage High School with 62 of the classroom HVAC units.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to ask what the condition of the school general fund is. What's kind of the guideline where you're trying to stay, and where are we compared to that?
We ended the year, June 30, 2015, I think total of about 7.9, with a little over 700,000 that was encumbered for some capital projects that we started at the end of last year that wasn't finished. So that was a larger than normal encumbrance balance. And then we also reserved or designated about $425,000 to $450,000 for potential loss on litigation. So after taking those into account, unreserved, undesignated, 6.8 million or so at the beginning of the year. 6 months into this fiscal year, I'm not sure I can answer with a lot of certainty of how much we'll add to that, but I do believe we will add to that. Our revenues are looking pretty good this year. Sales taxes are coming in well. Property taxes, I believe, are going to hit on target. And considering we won't spend everything that we budgeted, I don't know what that number will be. But those numbers, 6.8 to 7.3 at the end of the year, is the best we've been in a long time. It's well in excess of 3% of our budget, so I feel very comfortable, very, very good at where we're at with fund balance.
Troy, the 4 cents that was capital, that was earmarked for capital that
Yes,
you all
sir.
received this year,
Yes, sir.
is any of it being used for any of these HVAC units, or?
No, sir, not these. We have either expended or obligated, encumbered all of those funds on other projects to date already.
Okay. Okay. Is there any, you have a question? Okay. Any other questions? I'll ask for roll call vote, please.
Cole. Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item F, discussion on any possible action items. We have none. Financial reports for information only. I'll ask now if there's any input on items not on the agenda. If seen, no one raise their hand, I'll then ask if there's anyone sees any reason to entertain a motion to adjourn. So be it.